Hi everyone, my name is Blake, and today I'm going to be playing some Civilization 5, the Brave New World expansion in specific, though I do have, I believe, all the DLC that's out right now. Maybe there's more by the time you've seen this, I don't know. I played a lot of Civilization in the past. I started with, God, I think one or maybe two. It was back when you could zoom into a city and kind of see all the buildings you've ever built, including wonders and everything like that. Now you kind of get that, but it's on the main map. Back then it had its own window. And I remember some palaces too, where you could upgrade your throne and your little castle and a few other things. It took me a while to get into Civ 5. I had done a bunch of Civ 4, and there was a lot of changes. Not everyone was fond of Civ 5 when it first came out, and I didn't really get into it until the very first expansion. But now I kind of love it. I've put in a few hundred hours, I think, and I am by no means a great player. I still learn new things all the time. I browse the Civ subreddit, I watch Civ videos, I read a few other places like Carl's Guides is a great place. And overall, I feel like I'm an okay player, but I pretty much stick to the normal difficulty no matter what, because ultimately I just like to have fun. So this video is kind of my way of playing an entire game through. I'm going to explain kind of how I'm doing things here and there and maybe help out some of the newer players. Who knows? I am going to be using a few mods. I actually had already started this game up a little bit, but the first time I tried it, it actually crashed, which is rare for me, but hopefully the second time will go a bit better. So I am doing a game as Korea. Let me get into this, because I haven't really done Korea before. And the mods I'm using, so I'm using Events and Decisions, which is a fantastic mod that I only just started using. It pops up some events, self-explanatory I suppose, that you can use these politician or senate or some kind of little resources you get as a new thing in Civ, and enact laws and treaties which affect your Civ as a whole. And there's a lot of generic ones like taxation and a few other things. And then there's usually a couple unique ones to your civilization. And there's also random events that pop up. I believe Comet's a bad one to see, but there's a few other ones you can see here and there. Actually, this is the one I can tell you least about because I've only played with it a few times. Perfect World 3 is just a great map script. It makes everything flow a little bit better, rivers make more sense, and you get more mountain ranges, that kind of thing. And the last thing is the RED mod pack, which is another one I just started using. It rescales a lot of the units to be more appropriately sized with vehicles and other things, so you get a lot bigger squads, even if you can't really see them as well. So those are the three I'm going to use. And I should mention too, this is really only the second Let's Play I've done. The first one, which should be uploaded by the time of this, is kind of an ongoing Kingdoms of Amalur playthrough. I plan on doing a lot of RPG games mostly on my channel, but I love Civ, so you get to see that. Maybe some other 4X games if there's interest enough. I've been playing Endless Legend, Endless Space, and a few other ones. I have to cut some of this out. Perhaps it's just me, but the mod screens, it used to be a lot quicker than this, but lately it seems like it takes forever. Perhaps it is just the mods I'm using. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to load up the game I had before because, like I said, I did already start this. I got about 20 turns in. Yep, Korean Empire. But I'm going to start back at turn 0, just so you guys can see the entire thing all the way through. And hopefully this time it doesn't crash on me. So let's go. I think I said, but Korea is one of the ones I've never done before. As far as I understand, they are a big science civilization. Obviously, as well as legit home. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on specialists, on great percentile improvements, and trying to go as fast as I can for libraries, universities, that kind of thing. I don't know how much I'm going to get into the turtle ships or the Hwacha. I'm butchering the crap out of that word, I'm sure. We shall see. I hadn't encountered anyone the first time I played. Oh! That's right. I am using another mod, which is I forget the name of it. It's not actually a mod that is in the main view so much as something you kind of install on the side. But it helps a lot with, well, details. So there's kind of a few bugs, you can see that words, but it gives me a lot more information when I hover over things. It puts these guys up along the right side, puts all my units up on the left. A few other nice improvements. So, this is my start, which I'm actually pretty happy with. Primarily because I got a hill and I got a mountain. Mountains are good to settle next to because I want to build observatories in the future, and which are important for a science victory, which I probably am going to go for unless something major changes. So I want to build next to this mountain, and I like building on hills, only because that extra hammer, the extra production really helps early on until I get more tiles. I do obviously want a lot of food around me, and there's a decent amount. Let's see, we got some deer down here, we got some fishes, good amount of ocean tiles. I heard a while back that you don't want to have too much of your empire be ocean, and I can actually get a look, I believe, if I hover over my guide to see where my city limits are going to be. Maybe not. Oh well. Oh, I just did it. Okay, well, it shows the borders on the outside, so usually you can count 3 away. That's where your city will be able to work. 5 away is what your city will be able to expand to. So I'm going to go here. I got a nice mountain range, some good protection, looks like pretty defensible, and some gems down there, which will be nice. So let's found sail. Seal. And I usually crank out a scout right away to start, just to get more exploration, because the more you know about your area, the better. And there's a ruin, so let's go get that. I had a habit in past games of going straight for Calendar and getting Stonehenge, just because I like founding my own religion and getting that right off the bat. However, due to the Koreans' power, I think I'm going to go actually for writing. Maybe I can get the grading library right away. I don't know if I'd be able to double stack on their bonus by getting a great library, since it gives me a free library as well. Let's see. I do not know where any of the options are in this. No. Because that's what I wanted. You're gonna tell me the powers? Unless I scroll past it. Well, I'm probably being an idiot and looking in the wrong place. I actually don't use the Civlopedia a whole lot. Ah, there we go. Receive a tech boost each time a scientific building or wonder is built. Well, I mean, I really get 2 if I get the Great Library, so I'm actually going to try to rush it. Normally, I don't go for the Great Library too much. I've heard it's kind of a gambit since a lot of the civs want it, but whatever. We're going to go for it this time. So start it that way. And I will want to get mining soon, so I can get the gems and Calendar to get the dyes, but we'll worry about that later.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he tread.
Well, that's good. I always like free technology. And there's a lot of rugged terrain over here. If I recall, I did it, as I said, some exploring on this map before, and I believe I'm fairly cut off up here, but I'll have to double check. So I'm going to head south and look for more ruins. Possibly over civs. They have a very large mountain range right there. lots of jungle. Good. Lots of dyes. I wonder if one of the faith boosts uses dyes. Or the, what are they called? Pantheons. Okay. So, usually I just do automated explore, but lately I've been trying to force myself to manually control them a bit more, keep them away from barbarians and such. Look at the tiny scouts. And yeah, I'm not going to worry about this for a while. So I could get the monument, but I have to decide, which culture am I going to go for? Policy. I believe I am going to go for tradition. I'm not sure. Liberty would be great for a science, just for all the huge amounts of cities that I could found. However, I'm not quite sure how much area I'm going to have to work with, and I like managing 3 or 4 cities as opposed to a lot, so I'm going to start with tradition. They did kind of nerf it in a recent patch. They, I believe, moved this away from the tree it was in, or they made it harder to access these bottom ones. I believe you could go from aristocracy, God, into these right away. I don't recall really, honest. It's been a while. So I'm going to go here first. I'm probably going to grab this right away, jump into legalism, and then down into landed elite, so I can get some more food. Which means I don't need to worry about the monument so much, so I'm actually going to crank out a worker right away. Even though I can't improve this yet, I can at least start building out some farms. Another thing I do is I usually put my citizens on food focus. Growth is the most important thing you want to have early on. You want more people so you can work more land, so you can do more things. And also, I don't know how many people know this. I see a lot of questions about it, but the area that your city controls is not really the area they're getting. I'm not getting, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 food and 3 hammers here. I'm really only getting 4 and 2. You can only work a number of tiles equal to this little guy right here. So I'm only really working this one. And I'm letting it choose automatically. Later on I might force it somehow. But for now, I'll just let it do the food focus because I want growth. And I gotta keep my guys happy, so I need some luxurious resources or luxes or whatever you want to call them. I got gems there and I got dyes there. And both are within 3 of seals, so I should be able to get them both. Unless there's some other guy hiding in the shadows. Ah, more gems. Hopefully I can find a few more different luxes, because I want more happiness bonuses in my empire. And so far I only see a few different ones. Dyes and gems. And the other ones, banana, deer, sheep, they're not... I mean, they help with growth, but they're not luxury resources. Okay. Yeah, so that's dead end on the north side. It looks like I don't have to worry too much about attacks coming from that way, which is actually really nice. I can probably settle over here easily enough and scoop up another dye resource up there, some more fish and gems, and get some sheep right there. That's actually not too bad of a spot. So I'm going to plan... Oh! Okay. Have to take care of that first. Okay. Run, my little scouts! And one thing I noticed about the barbarians, unless there's a really tempting target like a worker or settler or something, they don't often leave their village undefended, because you could just swoop in, destroy it, and stop them from spawning. They might attack my scouts if I keep them close by, so I'm actually going to go around this mountain and just play it safe. Oh, hey, more. Good. But another ruin, and I need more ruins, because I'm really hoping to find some faith ruins or a culture ruin and help me get my first... Ah, perfect. My first social policy. And if I remember, I will try to put links to these mods that I'm using. The 3 I mentioned early on, and then this 4th one that is kind of running without a name, since I don't remember it, but it is actually my favorite one. It's an enhanced UI, I think. And I'm going to say a few times. I apologize. It's a bad habit. But I will place, yeah, links to all of these so you guys can check them out yourselves. Anyways, let's open up tradition, get that going, and then a few more, and I'll get those. See if I can find a few more lucky shrines. Oh yeah, see, got some barbarians following me now. Lots of dies, wow. I don't recall if any faith really utilizes them, but at least that's a lot of money.
Shall
And yeah, I don't want to waste time on mining just yet for the gems. I do want to get those libraries out right away. And eventually I want to get another settler and plop down my second city over there, but I'm going to have to deal with that first. I think I'm going to recall my warrior pretty soon. It looks like I got a city-state over here, so I'm going to reveal them first and then send my warrior back. I need to be able to protect my main city from any barbarian attacks and hopefully take out that camp. Oh, another city-state right here. Okay. Well, there's some faith, which is good. And hostile. Well, I usually do pledge to protect them just because. I believe it increases, yeah, increases the resting point, which it doesn't do a whole lot, but if I ever want to become allies with them later, it's a start. And there's really the only problem is if anyone starts to threaten them, I have to decide if I want to piss off the AI, well, the AI civs, or if I want to piss off the city-state. So, you get protection for now. Now you guys are going to head back home, and we'll go to work on those barbarians. That's going to take a while. And here we go. Oh. Wow, a couple faith places. Oh good, and that actually gives me enough faith to found a pantheon. I don't think I've seen anyone else fund one yet, so I should get my choice. Okay, so when you get pantheons or religions, I've been told, and I say that a lot, that you generally want to go with something that increases your faith, because that is really the only way you're going to keep your faith going beyond temples and shrines in your cities. So you want something that can boost faith. Now, natural wonders I don't want to rely on because I don't know if there's going to be any nearby. I'm not going to worry about tundra, there's not enough desert. I mean, I guess there's some down here. It's actually a possibility. How much desert is there? Normally desert would be pretty useless, but we have some floodplains over here. We have some hills, so all this desert is actually fairly workable. And it's +1 faith per desert. Granted, that is +1 per worked desert tile, so it would take a few to get a good bonus, but I could do that. I even got a desert right there. I don't know if it would count for the one I settled on, but maybe. Beyond that, I'm not going to worry about the battles. I'm probably not going to be fighting that close to my cities, ideally. I'm not going to worry about winding incense. There isn't any as far as I can see. And gold and silver, got none of that. From quarries, there is a few quarries down here. I can make a couple stone quarries, one over there. That would give me 4, maybe 6 faith at max. And then gems and pearls, which I also have a couple of too. These will give me the best early game faith in that I only have to work 1 to get +2, and then this one over here +2, so really working 2 tiles is going to be 4. That said, would I get more desert tiles? Would I work more desert tiles? How is this one food? Oh, this floodplains. Oh, river, right. Well, there'd be +1 faith here, maybe +1 here, so that would be 2 right there, and that's stuff I'm probably already going to work. And then this city would have at least 1 here, potentially more. If I find more desert, I mean, I could go down here for a Petra. Petra, again, is a wonder. It's a very popular one that increases the productivity of all the desert tiles, and this actually would be not a bad spot for it. I lost stone nearby too, to help me build it faster. And some decent amount of food. I just have to worry about expanding too far into Vatican City. So, you know what, I think it may not be the best pick, but I think I am going to go with Reset again. Desert Folklore. Oh good, it does worry, it does increase the one I'm on. So I'm already getting a boost. Okay. Sorry, yeah, for a lot of the early game I'm probably going to rattle. I don't have to worry about you guys, you're doing your own thing. Oh! Well, okay. Don't want to die. So I'm going to try to skirt them. I can't take both of them. Let's see what's got the jungle. There's some cotton back there. Oh, and of course from the other camp. Fortunately, I don't really have anything they can destroy yet. But they are preventing me from using certain tiles while they're there. Yeah, and they went back to their camp. Now the nice thing about barbarians is they don't heal as far as I know, so I could move these guys around, heal, and come back for them, but I think I'm going to wait till I have some archers for that. I need to get back up here and protect my soon-to-be workers anyways. Wow, there's a lot of workers. Got some oranges going on. That is another Lux. Ugh. It always feels weird to say Lux. I know a lot of people shorthand it that way. 2 oranges. Okay. Jungle could bear... Oh god. I almost said it could bear fruit. That... Oh, I am ashamed. Okay. Hurry up and die. Some mountain range and see where it takes us. And get another policy. You guys are annoying. So much jungle to get through. That'll be nice too once I can plant an archer up there and help us in defense. Although really, once I get my archer, I'm going to go barbarian hunting. Oh, of course you're good. There's a lot to the south. I wonder how far north I am in the map. I haven't seen tundra yet on either side to really indicate it. Okay, so it looks like these guys can go to work. And I think I'm actually going to plant a farm here first. I still only have 2 people. Granted, they're working both of us, so actually it doesn't really matter where I start the farm. That's good. Have to keep an eye on them in case more barbarians show up. Stop cutting me off. And let's see how close am I? 5 turns. I'm only a few turns away from a great library. I don't know if I want to slow down my growth just yet in building a settler. So I think... I think I'm going to queue up another warrior. I could get a shrine, but I need more protection right now. There's too many barbarians around, and my other one is... Well, he could probably get up in 8 turns, but I'm going to want more than just the one. Fortunately, assuming I don't find too many other players... Ooh, there we go. Shouldn't have to worry a lot about military once the barbarians are taken care of. Ooh. Okay. Oh joy. I wonder where those could be. Yep, all the places I thought they were. Scouts. I'll be back for you. You going this way. Ooh, okay. Got some, like cocoa or spices? Oh, this jungle. Actually, I should be happy there's a jungle here. It could make for a lot of good science. Not up there, but I can already see a few good spots for say. Looks like I'm going to do one over there. Hopefully my mouse is on for this playthrough, otherwise my pointing gestures will mean nothing. I'll check it out after this. And maybe one on the coast over here, or possibly even inland. Just to get more of these jungle tiles and have a really good research center. I would ideally want to do it next to a river though, so possibly over in this region. Because then 1, 2, 3, I still got all those within range. Not to mention a bunch of these guys. Okay. Planning ahead. Possibly this for Petra, unless a better desert presents itself. And that'd be 4, all within fairly close proximity. Now I picked a large game, so I mean there are, as far as I understand, 9 other civs, not to mention a lot of other city-states. But I have yet to see them yet. Oh, got some islands. Okay. Okay. Yes, give me more food.
He who destroys a good book kills reason itself.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to work on that great library soon. Now, it might be worthwhile to extend my land into this forest, just so I can harvest it to make my great library come out faster. Oh, wow. I do not think I might get it in time. It might not be worth going for. I don't want to waste turns on it if I'm not going to get it. And it would be an extra tech, which is really nice, not to mention Korea's bonus. But I don't want to waste that many turns this early on it. The library is only 15, and then I don't have to worry about anyone screwing me out of it. Yeah. Well, if turn 62 or so rolls around and no one's built a great library by then I'll be kicking myself. But for now, I think I will just go with library. Probably a safer bet. I don't have really enough gold to be purchasing too much land anyways. Now, I am going to want sailing. I'm on the coastline here, and I'm probably going to be on the coastline on the opposite side. I want to get some fishing boats going to get those farms. However, I need to get luxury. Yeah, I can not pronounce luxury resources. I keep wanting to say luxurious. So I want to get those gems, because the dyes are pretty far away. It's going to be a while before I get those. I need to get a luxury, just so I can get some happiness. Yeah, okay. So I'll go for this right now, and I'll expand up there in a bit. I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom row. If there aren't that many enemies around me, I guess I don't need to. The way I like to play science is kind of just turtle up and get as much resources as I can up top, and then eventually catch up on the bottom. Or steal it from other areas. Okay. Ooh. Oh, hooray. Free archer. You might be coming back up this way. One habit I had to get myself out of too was I used to automate my workers all the time, but it is definitely best to control them yourself. Oh, hello. Of course. If there's... yeah, free XP. There's probably a camp down there too. Oh good, my warrior finished. Okay, so let's go take care of that other camp. I don't want to have to worry about barbarians coming to ambush me, and I would like to send a settler over there. I think I'm going to wait for my library to finish, and then I will get the settler pumped out. It's probably longer than some would do it, but I don't think that's a little too long of a wait. There's some weird curving arrows there. Join. Ah, good. So, at least the way the terrain's playing out, lots of hills, lots of forests, lots of jungles. I think I'm going to go with the barrage tree and the same one with my other guys too. I feel like I'm going to be fighting in rough terrain a lot. There we go. Okay, let's go join our buddies. Yeah. Okay, I don't think they'll be able to take out my dude. That was kind of risky. Nope. Okay, good. They're running away. And let's see. Find our camp. There we go. Perfect. Alright, finish them off. Ooh. I'm gonna... I believe, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on this, maybe leave a comment. I'm pretty sure they heal faster within your territory, so I'm gonna back them up a little bit before I fortify. These guys are gonna have fallback too. I want them both to be at full strength before I go after this, even if it means more spawning, but more spawning is more XP, so... Ooh, where was that actually? Crap, should not have closed it. Unless that was for that down there. Yeah, I do too. I do too. Here we go. So this is part of the Events and Decisions mod. And of course, the one I didn't want is the first one I got, so Comet. This is all bad. No matter what I do, I'm losing Golden Age points. That's... not the best. Does not really matter which I pick, I suppose. Yeah, I know, but that would take way too long. Okay, so mining's good. I could go for... No. I kind of want a Hanging Gardens just to get some more food. And it does use tradition. Not to mention being able to pop out more archers would be nice, but I'd be holding off on my sailing. Not to mention the calendar for the plantations. Ugh, so many decisions. Well, right now I need growth, and Hanging Gardens means growth. Not to mention Petros shortly after, so yeah, I'm going to go this way. I forget what Korea's unique units are. I know one's a ship, and the other one... I forget. Oh well. Can always look it up. Wood. Plus 1 production. I could use more production. I could also use more food. I need more food. More farms! And actually, I think after this turn, I'm going to take a break. And everything looks good. Alright. So join me next time. I will try to focus on taking out that camp, getting my library finished, and hopefully settling in the second city. Thanks for watching.